So here I've transferred all my patterns to my fabric, as you can see. So the next thing I did was I cut out all my lining piece. I also ironed my interfacing on all the parts and my wording on the breast area, okay, on the corset area. So after that, I also cut out my back piece and the lining piece, and on the back I added my zipper allowance because I had issue with my eyelet machine. It developed a fault, so that's why I added my zipper allowance back to my back pattern. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'll go ahead and unpin all the parts and I'll start joining after unpinning. So the thing I did after cutting out my fabrics is that I went ahead to notch all the parts that I use a arrow to mark on our paper. I went ahead to notch it. You can see on the under longer part I also notch. This is so that we don't get confused while joining, because this 3-part corset can be very sensitive. Okay, so you need all these notches. So I'm going to set aside these ones and work on our cup. So I'll go ahead and unpin and get our cup ready. So I'll go ahead to place number 3 or number 2, but at this point I went ahead to get my chalk so that I can use it to mark it properly. So I arranged it back and have my chalk here so I can use it to indicate all the parts that I am going to join. That is the bust point. Okay, so this is so that when we are joining we don't get confused, because the chances of getting confused is very high. So please make sure you make all the necessary markings around your cup area. Then after that, I'm going to pick my number 2, then pick the number 3, and I will join them this way. Then I will get my pins. After arranging them back, I'll get my pins, then I'll use my pin to pin it down. So this part I am going to get my chalk to mark this part. After pinning it, I'll use my chalk to mark the 0.5 inches that I have allocated for my sewing allowance. So I'll pick the next one also, and I will join the number 2 to the number 3 as well. Then arrange my paper back on my lining piece so I don't get confused as well. So after that, I will still, just as I did the first one, I will still get my pin it down, and I will also go ahead and use my chalk to mark the place that I'm going to join. So I'm marking my 0.5 inches allowance for joining the cups. So go ahead and arrange your lining piece with your paper so that you don't get confused. So I initially misarranged I initially didn't arrange it very well after removing my fabric, so but I later did the adjustment. So I'll go ahead and join and bring it back. So here I'm going ahead to join the first 2, that is number 2 and number 3, and I went ahead to give it a very good press. Okay, so after that I'll go ahead and join the number 1, that is your papa, just as I did in this one. So I actually joined this one to show you what or how you will join it. Okay, so you are going to go ahead and join the other remaining one just the way I joined this one. I'm going to place this one on the upper part to upper part, then I'll join and bring it back for you to see. So I have finished joining my main fabric and also my lining piece, and I went ahead to give it a very good press. Please press open all your seam lines. It's very important. I did same thing for my lining piece, okay, and you can see how the lining matches and the corset is looking very fine. Honestly, the look of this corset is looking very beautiful, and I'm loving it already, even though I was not done yet. And my lining piece too properly matches everything, so I'll set them aside and I will bring the remaining part of the body. So I'm going to unpin, and after unpinning it, I'll bring the center one with the two side one. I'll arrange them just the way I'm going to join them, okay, so that you see. Please follow along when you are sewing yours. Follow along just the way I'm doing it, and you will not get confused. So use the inches. How many inches? If it's 0.5 or 1 inch you allocated for you to join. So I'm going to do the same thing on my lining piece, and that is why I'm also placing my lining piece. I'll do that and I'll show you what we have right away. So I went ahead to join my cup. After joining the bodies, I went ahead to join the first cup to it, okay. So the second cup, I didn't join it so that I will show you how you are going to join it. So you place it this way, okay, then you join center line with this side, then this side, okay. Please make sure you use the inches you allocated for it. I'll do that and show you what we have. So after joining the front the cups, I went ahead to join the cups of my lining with the remaining part of the lining, and as you can see, this is very beautiful. Like, I love the look. It is looking so beautiful, honestly. So after I joined them, I gave it a very good press. So please always iron all your seam lines. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to join this front bodies with my back bodies. I'll go ahead and work on my back bodies, okay, with my zipper. Join the front fabric to fabric, then lining to lining, then I'll finish it up and show you what we have. Please, if you have watched to this point and you have not subscribed to my channel, you are really missing a lot.